We believe the implementation of martial law, the extension of martial law, is brought about by the ongoing siege in Marawi City. So far, the martial law that we're experiencing right now in Marawi City primarily concerns with the containment of the war and the trying to control the ongoing firefight within the main battle area. The efforts of the military in partnership with the local government unit is really to contain the war inside main battle area and not to allow any possibility of spilling it over to other provinces or other cities. Number two is that the martial law, we believe, is anchored on the suspension of the writ of habeas corpus to go and apprehend suspected supporters and sympathizers of the Maote group. And number three is the administrator of the martial law in Mindanao is actually the head of the task force Bangon Marawi, which is the Secretary of Defense. And just the other day, we have already consolidated the recommendation of both the city government of Marawi and the local government of province of Lanao del Sur to consolidate the recommendation that we will ventilate before the task force Bangon Marawi. And part of that is the reparation budget for those civilians whose properties were also destroyed in this war. And there are also included in the recommendation are also soft packages to provide assistance, livelihood assistance, especially to the business sector, so that they can already go back and help the business sector in trying to reactivate the local economy of Marawi City and the province. Our only concern right now is the budget, and let me reiterate again that the budget for the Task Force Bangon Marawi has yet to be identified to specifically identify budget for the rehabilitation. As of today, I don't know if the 2018 General Appropriation Act has been officially approved by both chambers of Congress, but still we are maintaining our position that the budgeting for the rehabilitation should be separate and specifically dedicated to the rehabilitation and reconstruction of Marawi City and Lanao del Sur. So again, martial law right now is anchored on the effort of the military and the local government units in trying to liberate Marawi City, and again to secure the area from possible attacks in the coming days and in the future.
So are you telling us that martial law has been serving its purpose here in Marawi City and in the entire province?
Yes. Based on our experience, that's actually the primary concern of our military, which is basically suitable to the demands of the people here on the ground. The main issue here really is security of Marawi City and Lanao del Sur, and that has been, what the military has been provided. Security assistance, although there are tightening of security protocols, but it is part of the ongoing effort of our military to really advance their troops in trying to liberate Marawi City. So that again, the martial law that has been extended again serves really the purpose insofar as Lanao del Sur in Marawi City is concerned. Well, it's very cordial. The cooperation is there. We coordinate regularly, and every time that there's an emerging issue, we consult the military. And if there are also issues that pops up every now and then, and so in relation to how the community responds to certain protocol security tightening, they coordinate with us and they seek our help in our intervention in making sure that all the sectors involved, the religious, business sector, traditional sectors, are being invited into the fold in coming up with an inclusive mechanism for to address the issue of the crisis in Marawi City. So the cooperation is there, respect is there, and very cordial yung relationship between the military and the civilian government. Yes, but that's already been addressed. Yes, we requested for an alternate route to be used by our humanitarian operations in giving out relief goods to towns that are inaccessible to us during the early days of the fighting, and that has already been addressed. In terms of delivery of services to our people, we maintain a compromise to meet halfway, so that they will not jeopardize the ongoing operation of our military. At the same time, we will not also strangle livelihood of the people. I'll cite an example. The lake has been manned by the Navy, and because of the tightening of securities, that we have to make sure that all the local government units, especially municipalities across especially on the lakeshore, must cooperate in terms of securing their area from possible entry of reinforcements or supply to the terrorists. So what we do is that we delineate, we identify a certain distance where our fishermen can actually do their livelihood, and at the same time not compromise entirely the operation of the military. So we needed the cooperation of the LC, local chief executives, and they have been given to us, to the military. What they did is they made parang they imposed color coding, and they asked all the fishermen not to use engine boats, but rather kasi it might use that as the yung transportation ng mga possible sympathizers or members. So those are the compromise that so actually we went halfway, and those are the result of a compromise between the civilian and the military. I'm sorry? Yes. 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 We propose system mechanics, and then when the military decides that it will not be it doesn't compromise the ongoing operation, then they approve that. And if it concerns, if it jeopardizes the entirety of their operation, then they will say that we can do this a week after, or let's assess after the assessment, and perhaps we can reintroduce again some other measures. So that's what we do. We adjust.